In the heart of the great African kingdom of Azura, under a sky split between day and night, twin daughters were born to the king and queen. But these were no ordinary children. They came bearing gifts that would shake the very foundations of the realm. The elders gasped. One child glowed with the light of the ancestors, pure, bright, and blessed. The other carried shadows that danced like living darkness. The court whispered of prophecies and doom. Fear gripped the kingdom. The elders demanded balance
I have
be
simplified a
restored.
very complex AI content creation workflow so that you can create better AI films, and we're doing everything with free AI tools. No need for paid tools if you don't have the budget right now. Let me show you.
So the very first step is to create your story. For this exercise, I am using Claude AI to do just that. You can use any of the LLMs that you are comfortable using. Okay, so if you have a story, like I would always say, tell the AI, no matter how good that story is, tell the AI and tell it to put the story together for you. But if you do not have a story, start from asking the AI to pitch you 3 stories. Okay, so you can choose the style of story. Is it horror? Is it romance? Choose the type of story and then tell it to generate or pitch you 3 types of stories. Okay, but for me, I already had a story idea. What I did was I explained my idea to the AI, and as you can see, it has broken it down. I went further to tell it to break this story into scene by scene, showing me the narration, the location, the cinematic style, and the camera angles per scene. This is very important for the simple workflow that we are about to create. Usually, a lot of people will tell you, hey, start off with creating the story first, and then later we start to figure out what to do next. But hey, look at what I did here. I asked the AI to start with my story and break it into these segments. This will help us move faster through this workflow. All right. So like I said, the first step is to create your story. Now that we have the story, let's move to the next step. The next step is to create a voiceover for our narration. Okay, so you remember we already created the narration, but we added some other things like the location and the rest to our script. So what we want to do is we'll ask the AI to write out all the narration alone without the other things. So as you can see, the AI has done that for me, and this is perfect. All you need to do is copy it out scene by scene, as you can see from scene 1 to 10. Then we click the Google AI Studio. That's where we're going to be turning this text to voice. All right, very easy, and it's free. So sign up with your email address and log into the Google AI Studio. Click the home page and swipe. When you see the what's new option, you swipe to the end and click the turn text into audio. Here you have speaker 1 and speaker 2. What you want to do is click the menu at the top right so that you can see other options. All right, so once you click that, you would see that you can choose multiple speakers or single speaker. So because we just want a narration, what we want right now is a single speaker. Go through all the voices that you see here under that and choose the voice that best resonates with the kind of narration you are going for. All right, click that, and then here I'm going to describe how I want the voice to read the text for me. It is very important that you already have this in mind, okay? So as you can see, I am describing it here, the style of instruction. So I'm telling it to read like a very elderly African orator. Then I will place my text, the ones that I have copied, that's the narration here, and just remove all the scene by scene. Okay, so once I do this scene by scene, I remove all of them. I now have a fluid script for this AI to read. So once I am done with all the corrections that I need to make in the text box, I'll just click the run option, and yes, give it some minutes. It's going to come up with a beautiful read. Once I am satisfied, I click the menu button and click the download, and that is it. We now have our audio. Now we are ready for the next step. Okay, so this step is where we create the characters. Yes, the actors of our film. Your character might be a hyper-realistic character, but for me, I am creating a 3D Pixar style animated character. This is because I want to create an animation story. So if you are creating creating a cinematic film or probably a cartoon, your characters might be different. Okay, so know the kind of style you are going for. And if you do not have probably an idea of what your character looks like, don't be shy to ask your AI to help create a description of what your character looks like. Okay, for me, I already had an idea of what my characters should look like because I'm creating some African princesses and I want them to wear the Ankara wrappers, okay, as their clothing, not just the generic AI design or style. Okay, so for this step, I am using the Gemini AI to generate these characters. You can use any of the image generators that you're comfortable using, all right, and of course, generate your characters. The reason I'm using Gemini AI is because I have access to Nano Banana on the free plan. All right, now you might be wondering why I didn't just create the two sisters. Since my story is about twin sisters, why didn't I just create the twins together? Well, I just chose to have them separately so that they would have their own auras. Okay, but as you can see, what I did was I generated one character first and then I copied the exact prompt from that same character and just changed the colors, you know, so they look identical but they have different auras around them. One is glowing white and the other is glowing black. Okay, this is the conflict in my story. All right, their looks already. Okay, so now that I have my individual characters complete, what I want to do now is piece these two characters together in InShot. So this is a step where we want to create a video for our story. Please pay attention here because this might make or mar how your film comes out looking. Okay, so here we are using Grok AI, the free plan of Grok AI, and we are on the Ask feature. We have not moved to the Imagine feature. We are here on the Ask feature. What do I want to do here? I want to ask this AI, I want to tell it actually that I have a story and I needed to create a list of timestamp prompts to turn the story into a film, step by step with details. So I go ahead to give it the type of details that I have in my head. For example, a stone walled palace in an African community. I tell it to add some camera movements, angles, and lots more. Anything at all that will make this look like a film when you're watching it. And then I place my script under this prompt. And guess what? Grok AI will do just what I asked it to do. Every scene is accounted for in visuals, okay? Because the whole idea is to turn the script, the text, into visuals, right? So Grok AI is doing just that. Look at this. From scene 1 to scene 10, I have my visuals described properly in seconds, 0 to 15 seconds, 15 seconds to 30 seconds, and so on. You can see them here on the screen, but these are chunky because when we go to the Imagine feature to turn our images into video, we will not get up to 15 seconds at a time. We will get only 6 seconds. So I'm going to ask this AI, I'm going to copy scene 1, the visual of scene 1 that it has given me, the overall visual. I will copy that, but I'm going to tell it here, break this scene 1 into 3 seconds of each action. So let us see the actions change at every 3 seconds for scene 1. Then I place the visual description it gave me initially for scene 1. I place it under my prompt, and look at this. It has broken down that chunky scene 1 into 3 seconds of actions, because actions drive your story. So this is what I'm going to do from scene 1 to scene 10. Get every 3 seconds of each scene as it has described the overall visuals to you before. All right, if you still have questions, please ask me in the comment section. If you're getting value from this video so far, please give us a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, kindly think about clicking the subscribe button and joining the family. I break down AI, filmmaking, and content creation like ABC. All right, so now that we are good, let's go over to the Imagine feature and turn the text descriptions into visuals. That's what we're going to be doing now when we switch over to Imagine. So once we switch over to Imagine, we import the images of our two sisters, the twin characters that we already created. This is the only image that you need to generate in this particular workflow. Only one image of these these two characters, okay? Because they are the base of everything that we want to create. They are the ones that will actually remain consistent throughout. So we have already changed their background and the format in InShot. All we need to do is import it into Grok AI, the imagine feature. Now we copy the second by second that we have generated in Grok AI, the ask feature. We copy those second by second, every 3 seconds. We copy it from there and we come here into Grok Imagine and impute it in the make video option. If you have already used the make video option, now you will see the option to redo. So you can always just change the prompts that you have put there and redo. Okay, you do that until you get all your footages. The last step is to edit your video. Yes, you want to open InShot, CapCut, or any of the editing apps or softwares that you prefer and import your very first video, the one that you created with Grok AI. As soon as you import the very first one, you want to bring in your audio, okay? Import your audio as well. Put your audio there and start to match the other videos that you generated to the audio. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, you can cut off the extra parts. Now, let's see the finished work.
In the heart of the great African kingdom of Azura, under a sky split between day and night, twin daughters were born to the king and queen. But these were no ordinary children. They came bearing gifts that would shake the very foundations of the realm. The elders gasped. One child glowed with the light of the ancestors, pure, bright, and blessed. The other carried shadows that danced like living darkness. The court whispered of prophecies and doom. Fear gripped the kingdom. The elders demanded balance be restored. And so, with hearts breaking like shattered clay, the king and queen made a choice no parent should ever make. 20 seasons came and went. The kingdom flourished under the light of the remaining princess. She grew strong, wise, and radiant, her white aura a beacon of hope for her people. But joy and sorrow danced together. The great king, weighted by years and secrets, passed into the realm of ancestors. His daughter would now bear the crown and all its burdens. As the new queen accepted her crown, she vowed to protect her people with the light that burned within her. She did not know that darkness was already at her gates. That very night, a figure emerged from the wilderness. 20 seasons of survival had forged her into something fierce. The abandoned sister had returned, and she brought the storm with her. Sister stood before sister, one bathed in light, one cloaked in shadow. Recognition struck like lightning. The truth, so long buried, now stood bare between them. And so they fought, not with blades, but with the very essence of their souls. Light and shadow collided in a dance as old as creation itself. The kingdom trembled. They were equals. They were opposites. They were one. In that moment, as their powers reached their peak, both sisters understood. Neither could destroy the other. Light needs shadow. Shadow needs light. The kingdom would never be whole until they both were.